Reonomy solves the problem of fragmented, disparate commercial real estate data, enabling users to make strategic decisions quickly and accurately. It does not simply aggregate data, rather it's a machine learning platform that connects and orders multiple datasets to provide a single source of truth. Properties are each tagged with a unique Altus ID. This ID combines data using more than just addresses. Our proprietary algorithms piece together different datasets from our public and private data sources. In addition to publicly available data from places like the county tax assessors, general land records, and Secretary of State offices, Reonomy sources data from our exclusive contracts with CoreLogic, Black Knight, Dun & Bradstreet, DataAxle, Pitney Bowes, and other non-disclosable private partnerships with title companies, people companies, and geospatial companies. All this data is being aggregated at the tax parcel level, offering our clients the most comprehensive commercial real estate data and intelligence. This demonstration is tailored for those on the equity or brokerage side, interested in both existing properties and land opportunities. Focusing on best practices implemented by our clients with similar use cases and needs. Typically, the process begins with discovery and market research. We will begin in our Reonomy application, highlighting how it can aid in discovery of new opportunities. Reonomy covers all commercial real estate assets across the U.S., office, retail, industrial, multifamily properties, and even vacant land. Just for reference, there are about 150 million properties in the U.S. 100 million are single-family rentals, and we provide insights for the remaining nearly 54 million. For residential rentals, this includes duplexes through high-rise apartments. The map you see on the screen is also interactive. I can zoom in and out, draw a radius or a focal point, switch to the map view, and even drive in to canvass a location. If I have a specific address, submarket, point of interest, or even an owner, I can simply type it into the search bar, or I can expand and do a more thorough search. Keep in mind that this is a live search, not stagnant queries. Reonomy is refreshing on a weekly basis to provide the most up-to-date source data available to you on an ongoing basis. Within the advanced search, we have core filters, allowing you to quickly narrow down your discovery by asset type or building details. Additionally, we have also worked with our customers to curate key search needs, for instance, transaction history and financial records, that give you additional insight into the likeliness of a property to be sold. For example, within the Sales tab, I can exclude properties that have changed ownership within the past few years. Within the Debt tab, I can select properties with a mortgage that's maturing in the next 2 years, as it would be more likely to sell than one with 10 years remaining. I can even drill down into properties that obtained a CMBS loan. Now that I'm done curating my list of target properties, the ticker in the right-hand side corner has dropped significantly. I can move into the table view to begin further analysis. First, I select and order the columns that I want to have displayed, and sort the list based on specific elements. There's even an option to sort by likely to sell. This is an algorithm that assigns a likelihood score for each property to be sold within the next 2 years, based on historical transactions, current property data, and market level trends. I can then export this entire list to Excel, or I can examine individual properties. Each property contains tabs identifying the underlying data, as well as a map view that can be drilled into for canvassing. The Building and Lot tab contains high-level building and lot information. Think of this as the physical characteristics: year built, year renovated, building area, total units, lot size, and zoning. Note that the Reonomy property results will identify if it's in an opportunity zone, which under certain circumstances may make it eligible for preferred tax treatment. I'll come back to the Ownership tab shortly, and since this is an apartment complex, we won't see any information within the Occupants tab. When looking at a commercial property, though, occupant data is in there, and it's sourced from Dun & Bradstreet, identifying the industry code along with some high-level facts and potential contacts. The Sales tab lists the property's sales history, transaction records, and any available financial summaries. On the Debt tab, we see lender records, starting with the most recent at the top. If there is a commercial mortgage-backed security loan on the property, we'll have quite a bit more detail beyond the signatories and the loan amount, like interest rates, loan terms, performance, and notes. In addition to that, any property with a CMBS loan will also display a Financials tab with performance metrics for the last 2 available years. If available, we can see revenue and operating expenses, NOI, net cash flow, and debt service coverage ratio. The Taxes tab provides the most recent 3 years of data, tax assessed value, tax rate, and land market value, among other figures. This data is coming directly from the tax assessor's office. After researching the property information, my next step is to find out everything I can about the ownership of the property. In addition to just finding the reported owner that's linked directly to the tax bill, I can also find companies and contacts we have determined are linked to this property. In fact, when I click on View Contacts, I'm directed to the ownership portfolio where I can see all contacts and available contact information. This ownership portfolio can be helpful in determining the size of the ownership structure of my target properties, starting with Portfolio Overview, which identifies property types by count, assessed value, and area. Next are top MSAs by portfolio concentration, and finally a breakdown of the company family, which is comprised of the parent company and all related branches and subsidiaries. The Property tab shows the portfolio summary, including key stats like the number of acquisitions within the past year and the most recent acquisition date. Below this is a property list with configurable columns to highlight property level details. Now that I've provided an overview of how to find and access new opportunities within the platform, I want to highlight new features that can provide market intelligence to drive decisions regarding which opportunities you may want to pursue. I can access the market and demographic intelligence while using the search options or from the property level up. For example, when I analyze an individual property, I can select the Demographic tab, which provides the census tract level information for that particular asset. Not only can I see current stats, but I can analyze the historical data to see a trend. At the bottom right, I'm provided a list of markets that my property rolls into and the link to that specific set of data. The county, state, or MSA markets provide demographic data and additional intel to analyze the health of that market. As you can see, the Demographics tab now includes the ability to compare the selected market to the U.S. median data or select another comparable market. Additional data can be incredibly helpful in my current use case, looking at multifamily properties, identifying population by different segments, median renter income, and the percentage of people that own versus rent. The Properties tab highlights current information pertaining to transactions, sales prices, and debt. It even includes historical data regarding sales prices and debt. Top commercial real estate ownership and recent transactions is displayed, in addition to the main industries occupying space within the current market. As I wrap up this presentation, I want to emphasize that this was simply one example of how Reonomy can increase your ability to source new opportunities. Our clients have access to our in-app resources that provide additional resources and best practices. In addition to the features and functionalities within the application itself, we also have the ability to streamline data ingestion and normalization to our clients' internal databases through our APIs. If you have questions about any potential use cases, our team is happy to assist.